awful for something like this to happen.
We are tracking the investigation into the deaths of 2 people tonight in Clark County, what police believe led up to their deaths.
Richie Farmer is now out of the federal prison and in a federal halfway house. We're taking a look at his new privileges and breaking down his new rules.
Nearly 200 dogs now being housed at the Laurel County Fairgrounds, all of them needing a temporary home.
This is WKYT News at 5.
Good afternoon. Police are calling it a domestic situation. Tonight we're learning more about what led up to the shooting deaths of 2 people in Clark County this afternoon.
The incident happened at Palmer Engineering on Shoppers Drive in Winchester. Police have been interviewing employees to figure out what happened. Our Garrett Weimer is live for us at the scene. And Garrett, do police have any leads at this time?
Not that they've told us. Police were out here for hours, but details honestly are still scarce at this point after a frightening afternoon here on Shoppers Drive in Winchester.
Awful for something like this to happen.
Folks in the area at the time say they're shaken up after hearing about what happened at Palmer Engineering. Police and the coroner have been here all afternoon. Investigators say they've interviewed employees to try to find out more about what happened. We've seen employees trickle out of the parking lot throughout the afternoon. None have wanted to speak with us. Some, in fact, were visibly upset or angry with us for being here. All we know, 2 people inside are dead. Police confirmed they were shot in what appears to be a murder-suicide. Police have not released many other details.
All I can tell you is that there are 2 deceased. It was a domestic situation, and the scene is safe.
In the last hour, we saw a tow truck come and then leave towing an SUV. We're not sure whose car that might have been or what its connection to the investigation might be, but we'll continue to track this story as it develops. Live in Winchester, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Garrett, thank you. School officials tell us 2 nearby schools, Henry Baker Intermediate and Strode Station Elementary, were put on lockdown for about 45 minutes to an hour earlier this afternoon.
They say he needs to start transitioning to life in the community. Today, former Kentucky Agriculture Commissioner and UK basketball star Richie Farmer was moved to a halfway house. Farmer was serving a 27-month sentence for misappropriating government resources. Our Mark Barber has the latest on the terms of his release.
Richie Farmer has less than 3 months until the end of his sentence. The Federal Bureau of Prisons says he was transferred to a halfway house today so he could start transitioning from life in prison back to life in the community. That is bringing the 46-year-old a lot more freedom. If Farmer receives approval from the halfway house, the Bureau says he will be allowed to leave to search for a job, see his family, and go to doctor's appointments and religious services. Farmer's family and officials are not saying where he has been moved, but initial reports indicated that he would go to the federal halfway house that was closest to his house. That would be Dismissed Charities on Georgetown Street in Lexington. It's a big change of pace for the 46-year-old who was serving his 27-month sentence in a federal prison in West Virginia. The former UK basketball hero was convicted of misappropriating government resources while he was a state agriculture commissioner. While Farmer is at the halfway house, he will be under strict supervision. The Federal Bureau of Prisons tells WKYT he may have to wear an ankle monitor. If he leaves the halfway house, staffers could stop by any time to check on him. The Bureau says Farmer could be approved for house arrest toward the end of his sentence, which ends on March 9th. If he is approved, Farmer would still be supervised, and the rules that applied in the halfway house would still apply in his house. In Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
If Farmer is placed under house arrest, the Bureau tells us it could last anywhere from a few weeks to just a few days.
Officials in southern Kentucky are trying to find temporary homes for nearly 200 dogs tonight. The dogs were seized from a Laurel County Rescue Director's home yesterday. Stephanie Fields faces animal cruelty charges. Meanwhile, the dogs are living at the fairgrounds until they find homes. Phil Pendleton shows us how you can help the dogs.
Well, behind me is the London Laurel County Animal Shelter, and shelter officials tell me that if you would like to help this situation, the best thing you can do is to adopt one of the dogs here. Currently, there are 30 dogs here. The capacity is 42, and if you take one of the dogs here, that'll free up space for some of the dogs out at the fairgrounds. There are 178 dogs inside the shelter at the Laurel County Fairgrounds. All were seized from Stephanie Fields. She's charged with second-degree animal cruelty for allegedly hoarding the dogs.
We've been told by the judge handling this case that we can adopt some of these dogs out temporarily.
The dogs do carry the baggage of an ongoing court case. Anyone who fosters them might have to return them. There's all kinds of dogs taken as part of the case, but officials say most appear to be in good health. Yet for those who work to remove them from Fields' home, it's been a grueling task.
Well, most of us were out till about 5 o'clock this morning. Our day began yesterday morning about 11 o'clock.
That adoption fee is $100. It takes care of all the spaying or neutering and all of the other associated costs with adopting a dog. Now, we have learned a little bit more about the woman accused in this case. We'll tell you more about that coming up at 6 o'clock. But for now, in Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
And speaking of that woman, we did reach Fields by phone today, but she told us per her attorney's advice she could not make any comment. She'll answer to her charges early next year.
Police in southern Kentucky think they have an idea of what kind of vehicle was involved in a hit and run. Our county-by-county coverage at 5 begins in Laurel County. Deputies telling us they believe this black full-size extended cab pickup hit a man walking along Kentucky 552 yesterday about 3:15. Deputies say the victim, 26-year-old Willie Hubbard, was found in a ditch. He was taken to UK hospital where he's listed in serious condition. The woman who found Hubbard says it wasn't unusual to see Hubbard walking.
I mean, it was just like a big thump noise is what he said. And he automatically assumed that Willie got hit because, you know, Willie walks pretty often.
Deputies tell us the black truck believed to have hit Hubbard should have some front-end damage. Right now, police are looking over surveillance video. In Campbell County, police are looking for a missing man. Fort Thomas police say 36-year-old Chad Smith left his home on December 13th on foot without his wallet, car, or cell phone. Smith is 5'11", weighs about 175 pounds with brown eyes and a bald head. Police say that Smith has 3 young sons. His family has requested the help of Texas EquiSearch. We're told that Smith is one of the animators who helped create Luminosity this year.
A real blast of December. The cold air has settled in and it'll be sticking around for at least a couple of days. Meteorologist Jim Caldwell has an early check now of your forecast.
It comes at the wrong time. That's the problem. These flakes would have been nice next Friday, but instead we get them a week out. And we'll trade that for warmer and wet conditions going into next week. But out there at the moment, we are tracking all kinds of flakes through the area. You can see them stringing in from Columbus all the way back down across parts of eastern Kentucky. That's where the little back edge of our snow showers, that's where it's currently located. Let's check out some of those really quickly here. And you can see there in and around Moorhead and across parts of Rowan County getting in on some of the activity. We stretch back a little more toward the south from Frenchburg to Stanton into Campton, right along. Basically, it takes right along Mountain Parkway. Those snow showers continue to lighting up the radar, and then more so into parts of southern Kentucky. You get around London, a full-blown snow shower out toward Manchester as well. That's kind of the back edge. A few more leading the way for you folks out ahead of that. But tonight, we'll keep the snow flurries or a snow shower, especially east of here, east of Lexington, around 31, 30, and then down to 29. I think we're in the mid and upper 20s all night long tonight. So that's cold and not much better temperature-wise tomorrow, only in the 30s. We'll track all of it, including that warm-up, coming up in a few minutes.
Well, with this cold and with winter right around the corner, a Lexington business is making sure families stay warm this season. Today, Fayette Heating and Air announced the winners of their annual Gift of Heat program.
And this year, 6 families will be getting a new furnace and new AC system. Mike Byers talking to some of the winners.
What we're going to do is that every person here, all 6 of you, are going to get new systems in your home.
For 9 years, Fayette Heating and Air has been doing the Gift of Heat program, and this year 6 local families walked away as winners.
We had so many people this year that were nominated, and to narrow it down and to see these 6 be so overcome with joy, it's awesome.
Each family will receive a furnace and air conditioning system valued at around $8,000. Brett Melrose is the owner and president of the Lexington company. He says during the first year of the program that he was only going to give away one system, but says that quickly changed.
Actually, the first year that we did it, we were only going to give away one, and I ended up giving away 6 that year also. So we've done multiple winners every year for 9 years.
As a result, Fayette Heating and Air has now given away roughly 55 systems. Bobby Mobley and her family were one of the winners this year. Mobley says her son has been battling health issues and that this is the best Christmas gift they could have asked for.
It's such a relief to know I don't have to worry about it. And then I'm just glad that it hasn't been cold yet.
All of the family's new furnaces will be installed by Christmas Day. Melrose says this program has a far bigger meaning than just providing these families with a gift for Christmas.
We know that we're helping them, and they're becoming part of our family, and we're becoming part of their family, and it's what family does.
Thank you, Fayette Heating and Air.
In Lexington, Mike Byer, WKYT.
And just in time as the temperatures really start to drop. This year, 450 people were nominated for that program.
A CEO nicknamed the most hated man in America steps down, who will now replace Martin Shkreli, coming up in about 10 minutes.
We're running a clean campaign.
A shakeup in the Bernie Sanders campaign after a data breach exposes confidential material. I'm Craig Boswell at the White House. That's coming up.